A Minecraft Movie is a fantasy comedy based on the 2011 video game Minecraft. It was directed by Jared Hess. The film stars Jack Black, Jason Momoa, Danielle Brooks, Emma Myers, and Sebastian Hansen. In the film, 4 misfits are pulled through a portal into a cubic world and must embark on a quest back to the real world with the help of an expert crafter named Steve. This review will be spoiler-free. Is this the best possible Minecraft movie? I'm unsure. Could it have been better? Probably. Worse? Possibly. My ambivalence speaks volumes. As an adaptation, I think it misses the mark for Minecraft fans. While I have played Minecraft before, I'm not an expert on the lore, so this movie isn't really made for me. My question is for those who grew up with the game. What would make a Minecraft movie truly resonate? I doubt 80s nostalgia is the answer, yet that's a significant element. Mostly thanks to Jason Momoa's Garrett the Garbage Man Garrison, indubitably the film's best character, though that's faint praise. The characters lack conflict, connection, and compelling arcs. Perhaps a fully animated film, ditching the tired trope of transporting characters from the real world into a fantasy world, would have worked better. Beyond a clumsy last-minute message about the importance of creativity and a few gadget-building sequences, the script feels like a generic kids' fantasy adventure merely skinned with Minecraft visuals. It even misses out on using the Ender Dragon as a villain, a real missed opportunity. It doesn't feel entirely soulless, in contrast to recent blockbusters like Snow White and Captain America: Brave New World. Yes, it is a well-known and cherished intellectual property that is being used for financial gain by a studio ignorant of it, but the actors in the movie give it just enough energy to prevent me from being completely pessimistic. Yes, Jack Black is being Jack Black as usual, but I wouldn't be telling the truth if I said that the moment in which he 69'd Jason Momoa in mid-air wasn't funny. I won't give any context for that. If you know, you know. Although the plot is incredibly predictable, the movie does not contain many of the cliches you might anticipate. I am relieved that the film did not have brain rot pacing, meta humor, or outdated 2010s music. But it is also incredibly dull and boring, with lengthy stretches of pointless scenes where we are unsure of which character is supposed to be the protagonist. Steve isn't the main character, because he is absent from the movie for a good 20 minutes. After joining forces, Emma Myers and Danielle Brooks, who play Natalie and Dawn respectively, vanish from the movie, also for a good 20 minutes. Additionally, Dawn doesn't accomplish anything at all in the movie, and I'm not really sure why she was there. Sebastian Hansen portrays Henry, who is essentially caught in the center of everything. Given that he is a creative youngster, you would assume he would be the audience surrogate, but he fails to actively progress the narrative. The movie often cuts back to Jennifer Coolidge, who plays Henry's school's vice principal, dating a villager who becomes trapped in the real world. It was a terrible waste of time and not hilarious at all. In general, the humor consists of Jack Black's excessive enunciation and Jason Momoa being flung around like a sack of bricks. I laughed and grinned several times, but not always because I was having fun. Occasionally I was just cringing incredulously. You may chuckle at how groan-worthy the comedic attempts are. In the vein of Pixar, Had there been adult jokes every few minutes that would have easily flown over the heads of children, I would have at least been able to enjoy this on a small level. Many people would probably disagree with my next point, but I felt that the special effects were excellent. During the 1990s and 2000s, when I was growing up, filmmakers were experimenting with large-scale computer-generated settings, but the technology was not fully developed. For instance, Spy Kids 3D. I was unimpressed by that at the time, and it hasn't aged well. I don't know how a Minecraft movie will age, but I was genuinely impressed by the integration of the actors into the overworld's environment. They were well lit, which allowed me to suspend my disbelief. Yes, I am aware that they are not there, but they were lighted appropriately for the setting, and there were many practical components in the production design, so the actors weren't just standing on CGI grass and encircled by CGI walls. Additionally, their hair blended seamlessly with the background. I couldn't see the green and blue screen through their hair, which has been a major problem for all kinds of movies in the past. Although the movie isn't particularly well shot, you would expect good CGI given a $150 million budget, and I personally felt that they did a pretty decent job with that. Although I am aware that this film is geared toward children, I'm not sure what they would gain from seeing it a second or third time. Don't get me wrong, I think it's great that kids are enjoying the movie, but I also think it's critical that kid-friendly entertainment has rewatch value, so that kids can develop connections to it and develop their own creativity. While they are enjoying their movie-going experiences, it is important that we educate children and teenagers on public etiquette and what is and is not proper in a cinema. I won't dwell on this point because it can be a loaded one, but it does make me sad for the state of the industry. Let's be honest, it is sad that a movie of such low quality is by far the most successful movie of the year. This is the movie that actually got the youth out to the movies. I would normally rejoice over this, but I almost wish they'd stayed home, considering many of them have behaved in such a reprehensible manner. It is obviously repulsive and inappropriate. We still have a ways to go before we can get the exhibition industry back on track, but I do have hope. I don't hate this film with a passion, but I can't call it good. It is ironically lacking in creativity, and I was bored so much that I had to second guess my choice to watch it after I left. I have attempted to be fair in my review by highlighting the aspects of the film that I didn't dislike or that I could objectively recognize on some small level. I'm happy that it will be profitable for the sole reason that I want the industry to prosper during this difficult time. But this is the exact kind of film that we do not want. Young people should not be exposed to this kind of content, because it disregards their intelligence and their passion for the video game. They are worthy of better. Given the context, I regret using that word, content. I think it disrespects the art of film, but it is unfortunately a suitable term to use when describing a Minecraft movie. This is all that is wrong with the industry right now, so feel free to voice your complaints. However, you can't really expect anything more if you're not going to go out and support original movies like Companion, Mickey 17, and Sinners. Warner Brothers needed this win, and I'm glad for that. But if you're satisfied with this kind of product, and you feel that I'm taking it too seriously, then it's only evidence that movies like this one have significantly decreased your expectations in recent years. If I'm honest, I have softened on it since I've seen it. I've found myself saying to people, you know what, it's alright, it's not that bad, it's pretty decent. But I didn't really enjoy my experience whilst watching it. For a wake-up call, consider the types of 4-quadrant blockbusters that were released in the 2000s and 2010s. We were well fed back then. I recognize the risk of sounding like an old fart, but there is a reason the 3 trailers I saw before a Minecraft movie were all remakes of movies from the 2000s and 2010s. For the sake of my argument, the trailers were for the upcoming Smurfs, Lilo and Stitch, and How to Train Your Dragon live-action films. The whole thing felt a little dystopian. Like I said, I'm glad that the film will make money for the industry, which will give opportunities to filmmakers to craft more interesting films. We can most certainly guarantee that there will be a sequel due to this financial success. So, what will the follow-up be titled? Another Minecraft movie? I'm proud of myself for that one.